The bill for minimum wage was passed on June 15, 1938. Long disputes had happened to get into effect by the Fair Labor Standards Act, arguing that the industry's combined employment only represented about one-fifth of the labor force and the nation's wealth belonging to only a handful of people. Having a minimum wage meant having a middle class of people. Minimum wage greatly changed the economy and how business functioned. Now there was a different demographic of people to appeal to. Over the years, minimum wage has went through growth and change. Although today the minimum wage is different in every city and state, it's a big difference from when it started out at only 25 cents an hour. Even with the minimum wage being way more than it was back in 1998, it still has a dispute today. People still don't think it's enough to live off of, and often put living wage and minimum wage into different categories. Ethnic minorities, like Native Americans, believe that minimum wage needs to be raised and do not think it's enough to live off of. Albuquerque, New Mexico is home to many Native Americans who believe in this. Do you think minimum wage is enough to live off of?
No.
No?
Definitely no.
No? Okay.
Not even close.
I think minimum wage is enough to live off of.
No.
Do you think the current minimum wage is enough to live off of?
No, not enough. Barely enough to live and nothing to eat off of.
New Mexico is ranked 49 in the States of Poverty ranking. The current minimum wage for Albuquerque is $7.60 an hour with benefits. This is supposed to be enough to get by, but the Native people often find themselves struggling due to the effects of the current minimum wage.
How has the current minimum wage affected you?
Getting behind on rent and a lot of things.
How has the current minimum wage affected you guys?
A lot. Because it's hard to get a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
You make enough, and then you have to go and make something for food. Okay, well, how has the whole current minimum wage affected you?
I don't work anymore. I just do anything I got to do. I won't go through all the punishment of hassles of minimum wage.
Not just for the Native Americans, but for many people, one minimum wage job isn't enough. They often have to work side jobs along with the minimum wage job. Working one minimum wage job is met with unemployment for many of the Native Americans.
Do you usually work a side job along with your minimum wage job?
It takes 2 jobs
Yeah.
to get ahead at all.
What kind of employment do you?
I'm unemployed.
Okay, okay. Well, do you work like any side jobs or anything?
Yeah, I'm self-employed right now.
Well, what kind of employment do you guys have?
Right now, it's just contracting jobs.
Oh, okay.
Oil field.
Okay. Do you usually have to work a side job to,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because if you have child support and everything else, and you got to take care of kids and everything, you have to have it.
Yeah, agreed. People often think that raising the minimum wage will only benefit teenagers who work a part-time job and just need extra spending money. But as we've seen by the people we've interviewed, they're not teenagers. Most of them are over 30. There is a push to raise the minimum wage to $10.10. Still, there is a conflict whether this is enough to live off of. But that doesn't mean Native Americans and people of New Mexico won't benefit a lot from the raise. This won't just benefit the Native Americans, but for all people of New Mexico. If minimum wage is raised to $10.10, do you think that's enough to live off of?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah? Okay, thank you.
So if the minimum wage was raised to $10.10, do you think that would be enough?
Be a little bit, it'll help a little bit.
But it won't be enough.
It won't be enough.
If the minimum wage was raised to $10.10, do you think that would be enough?
Yeah, it's pretty close. There's only enough jobs to go around. One job on 10-10 might do it instead of having 2 jobs. So it'd be close to start, a good start.
Che